Oh boy, we're in Amboy. We're here. So this is one of today's main stops. I'm excited. First place we're going to right there, Roy's Motel Cafe. Across the street you could see the post office. It's really cute. It's got a couple palm trees. All the way in the back there's a church. We went in front of that. There's even a chair. Got to sit down, say a quick prayer. And today has been a really interesting day. It's really, really hot. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the episode of Forward Era. Today we are starting out, we're still in Arizona. We are in the beautiful Kingman, Arizona, and last night the cruise coming in here, wow, this was something else. I mean, we were coming all across these mountains. I could see the entire sunset, all the clouds. It was the perfect ending to a great day, let's just say that. But today's gonna be awesome. We're heading from here, we're gonna be going and visiting Needles, Amboy. Eventually we're going to Barstow, and it's gonna be a fun day. It's probably gonna be a hot day because there's a lot of desert driving today, but we're excited. We're here in Kingman now. We're going to be checking everything out. Here's the Ramada where we stayed. This place is really cool. There's a lot of really nice murals all over the place. So we're gonna cut to some B-roll, then we're gonna roll around, check out everything Kingman has to offer, and then keep taking Route 66. Guys, well, I've been walking around this hotel all morning looking at all the murals here, and I'm sure you guys have seen a bunch of them. This one actually is my favorite one I've seen on the entire trip. It's like a Van Gogh, but you could see all the mountains, Route 66. It's got a Woody in it. This is super cool. But right now, let's go check out what the rest of Kingman has. Alright guys, so we are driving through Beale Street. This is downtown historic Kingman, Arizona. And this place is beautiful. There's so much to see. It's nice when we're driving early because there's no traffic or a lot of people in the way. But I'm sure if you come here around lunchtime or in the evening, this place is probably bumping. But everything here looks so well preserved. It's very clean. Compared to a lot of the towns, like you could tell this is one that they care a lot about. All the sidewalks are beautiful, a lot of parking, everything is visible, tons of lighting it looks like. And there's gorgeous murals all over the place. Like right over here, you have one that celebrates all the native tribes that are here in Arizona. Look at this, the 66 Marketplace. I'm loving how all of this stuff looks. We are at the Kingman Museum. This is like the visitor center. We just drove all through Kingman and this place is gorgeous. There's really a lot to see here. If Beale Street could talk, the things that it would say, and pretty sure Nick captured a ton of it on drone. I'm excited to look over it because I know I was able to see the Santa Fe train. There's so many archways, a lot of murals, and this town had a lot of really cool stuff. You can hear the motorcycles driving by. They're having a great morning. We're gonna probably walk in here, check out what's in here, hit a little B-roll, and then we're gonna hit the road. That was really cool. Kingman's been awesome. Got a couple pins to remember this place. Now let's head over to Needles. Today we will not be running out of gas. I hope. So right now we're gonna fuel up. We're gonna add the 5 gallons to the bucket. And we should be good to go. Grab some snacks, fill up the cooler. All right, guys, we are cruising. We ended up going from Kingman and we're taking off 66. We're heading through Laughlin to get to Needles because I think it's like a prettier route. And we don't have to go on 40 because 66 kind of ends, and I wanted to take a 2-lane. So we're on it right now, and it's a really warm day. You can see we got the vintage air cranked up, and the truck's it's getting a little warm. Now, it's still within normal operating temperatures, but we got to keep an eye on it. We still have like 3 or 4 things of peak in case things go wrong, but one of the most important things when you're on a road trip in a classic is you have to keep your eye on the temps, and that is the oil pressure as well as the engine temps. So between peak and Amsoil, we're covered. Right now I'm going to turn back up the RetroSound, enjoy this vintage air, and we're almost to California. Needles, here we come. So we are outside of Bullhead City, Arizona, somewhere at a gas station, and we're about to get into California, so I figured before the price of fuel becomes insane, let's fuel up one more time. It's $4.79 here, and let's see how much fuel it took. We filled up when we were in Kingman last night. As you guys saw, when I ran out of fuel, that was fantastic. So now we're gonna load her up and keep on trucking. We made it to California. We are in Needles, California. This is the first stop as far as our Route 66 California trips go, and it's awesome. Today is warm. It's about 106 degrees right now. We're gonna go walk around, check out everything that there is here in Needles. Probably end up putting the drone in the air, get a bunch of cool B-roll. So let's walk around, let's check out what's over here. We're over here walking around in Needles, and this place really reminds me a lot of Elk City. And I was watching the video that we made in Elk City, and we didn't realize we forgot to include this awesome cruise that we did. So we were cruising all through Elk City. It was a great time. Jack invited us out. So here's that. Not much here, but we're in California. We're getting nice and toasty. It's like 106 degrees, and we're cruising through. Oh boy, we're in Amboy. We're here. So this is one of today's main stops. I'm excited. First place we're going to right there, Roy's Motel Cafe. That's a beautiful, beautiful sign. Can't wait to get a picture in front of it. And I don't know how many of you have already been commenting saying, oh, it's so funny, you guys keep stopping in front of every sign to take pictures. That's the whole point, literally. Oh wow, look at the motel. Show them that. The shape of it. We are now in Amboy, California, and this place is actually really cool. When we came in, we saw the big Roy's sign. That place is now kind of deserted. We're standing right beside it, but it's a massive motel and cafe, or at least it used to be. And the guy, we were talking to him, he's actually restoring everything. So hopefully in the future we could come here. Maybe I'll bring my family and stay here. But this is like a beautiful 50s town that in the 80s basically vanished. The cafe stopped in the 80s, the motel stopped in the 80s, and we got to see all of it. We drove by the high school, or the school, which is right next door to this motel, and it's completely abandoned, but it's got the big school sign, Amboy School, right there. Across the street you could see the post office. It's really cute. It's got a couple palm trees. We drove by over there. All the way in the back there's a church. We went in front of that. There's even a chair. Got to sit down, say a quick prayer. And today has been a really interesting day. It's really, really hot. I'm not so worried because we got a bunch of peak, and peak is what helps keep us cool. But it's really a driving day. And what's cool is Jeff, I'm part of the Jeff fan club. He gave me the book when he drove his 55 across Route 66. So we've just been going through it and seeing everything that we need to go to. So today we have a few more ideas of where we need to be. Right now we're right over here. We're at Roy's, and my truck is parked exactly where his 55 is. So we're going to enjoy this place. Mike's actually filling up some fuel over here. It is $8.29 a gallon. I've got a 5-gallon spare fuel cell thing, so I'm gonna pour that in mine and hope that when we get to Ludlow, it's like 28 miles from here, I could fuel up it a little bit cheaper and I don't run out of fuel between here and there. Let's throw the drone in the air and see what other cool stuff is here. That's cool. We're on Route 66 and I look in my mirror and what do I see but nobody behind me? So I'm circling back and Michael's got his hood popped. Which means today, it's not going to be my fault that we don't get lunch. Made it to the gas station, and I'm pretty sure we're, low for our vehicle. So for the last like 10 miles, it kept any hill we'd go on, it would like try to shut off. Don't know why. I swear, California has the weirdest rules. I have to hold this stupid thing because emissions. We made it to Ludlow. So we got some gas right there at the Chevron. Figured pull across the street here to the Ludlow Motel, get my picture. Now probably gonna pull around to where the boys are, go in front of the old gas station, We're gonna go check out what Ludlow has to offer. Enjoy this B-roll. People are probably curious why you were driving with your hood up.
Well, it was starting to get a bit hot, so we lift the hood up to get plenty of airflow through it, which did the trick. Definitely come back down in temperature. But now it has, there's some light on it. That's not the core leaking, is it? Is that a wet spot?
He's got a little bit of a leaky radiator, and we haven't been able to find anybody to fix it yet. So you just got to.
I was saying yesterday was 3 days out. Stop dripping now. We're good. We're good. Okay.
One of my favorite experiences was when I was in Brazil. We were off-roading, and we absolutely destroyed the radiator on my buddy's truck off-roading. And then we go back to his house, and we take the radiator out, and we go put it in the back seat of his little tiny Ford car and drive down the road, and we go like down to someone's basement. And it's just this old man who fixes radiators right there. And it was like $15. Oh. And he goes there and he puts it in the water and he sees where it is and he welds the thing up with, you know, some brazing. And then he puts it back in the water and we put it back and we go do some more off-roading.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'm like, they don't do that in America. Like, this would have taken forever, or I would have had to buy a brand new one.
Yeah.
made it to Barstow. We're here. This is almost the end. We're in California officially, in Barstow. You see the sign. We're on Route 66. We're 3 miles away from our hotel for the night. The dogs are barking at us. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but I'm excited because this means that tomorrow we're gonna be in Santa Monica. We're gonna be at the beach. I'm so excited. If you guys haven't yet, subscribe right now. Tomorrow is gonna be the last video of this series, but it's not the last video. I still have to figure out what I'm doing. Once I get to California, am I gonna take it back to Florida? Are we gonna sell it maybe? I have no idea what the plans are. Find out, drop a comment below, let me know what your thoughts are. We'll see you in the next episode.